All right, guys. So Diamond VIP. Yes, I am enjoying myself, but I wanted you guys to know that I love you, and I wanted to define it. And this morning, just listening to Kevin Hart, listening to Jay Z, actually, it was just amazing what we put out there. But listen to Kevin Hart, and he defined it this way. He talked about ego and culture, and that's something I wanted to talk about today. Ego and culture. There is no room for your ego if you're going to change. There's no room for your pride. There is no room for your pettiness. There's no room for your emotion. There's no room for the crybaby inside of you. There's no room for any of that stuff if change is really the goal. And I know it's tough, right? It's much easier to complain than it is to solve a problem. But the people that solve problems are the ones that are building these buildings downtown. That's who makes those buildings happen, the one that literally solves the problem. Now, during the time of them solving that problem, right, or building that building, somebody just got pregnant, right? Unfortunately, somebody fell off the roof, right? I mean, we're just being real, right? Somebody got repossessed. Someone lost their home. I'm talking about of the builders of those buildings behind me. All kinds of things have happened, but the problem solvers continue to solve the problems. Now, we call them cold-blooded until it's time to get our Christmas bonus, until it's time to get paid, right? And we get consistently our paychecks. And these are all the things that we take for granted. But see, what I'm really building is not, I don't care about, how much money you put in your pocket. Go follow Clay, go follow Rabu, go follow those people. If that's all you care about, I'm serious. I'm not that guy. I'm just not, okay? I know what my assignment is. And if you're going to be in this world, you better know what your assignment is, okay? So my assignment is to build a community of people who understand the power of that handshake that they're shaking. And I'm reaching out my hand. You won't find many people doing what I'm doing for you. You just won't, okay? It doesn't work this way. People don't just take their time out to give you the value time, the best that's in their mind, just for your success, right? And so obviously I do have other things that I do in my life that I don't share with you because obviously you do too, right? You don't share those things with me. But one thing that I am being is completely open and honest with you. And so I'm keeping this floor open so that we can discuss. And I know some of you just choose not to discuss, and you got so many different things going on, and you want to try to tell me how busy you are. But to me, you're just like those builders behind me. That's exactly what you are. You're basically just making a ton of excuses as to why you can't communicate your truth. I told you before, guys, I'm here until we're sipping soup through a straw. You think you're going to be here long haul and not tell the truth? I don't think so. That's not how it works, right? You're going to eventually have to come to Jesus and come to your truth, right? That's what we call it, the come to Jesus meeting, right? You're going to have to find your altar. You're going to have to pray there, right? And you got to stay there until you can fix it. I'm really a big brother. I'm really just loving on you. That's all I'm really doing, right? How much money you put in your pocket, that's secondary to your personal development. That's secondary to your children's personal development because you developed yourself. That's secondary to breaking the curse and shackles off of yourself to always, because see, here's the thing. This is something I know to be a fact. You can get money in your pocket and be miserable. You can get money in your pocket and still want to commit suicide. Money does not solve anything. The reason the Bible shares it as being, or the love of money being the root of all evil, is because it is. When you just get caught up in just the idea of money, 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 the first thing that happens is evil, 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 because you opened a door for the evil. And so my goal is to shut every single door and yet you still be prosperous. But I know that the key to opening that door is through your heart. It's through those things that you discover about yourself. Number one, first and foremost, the reason why I said integrity is one of the most important pieces of being a member of my group. It's quite simple. Once I learned to chase my words, basically I gave you my word and I followed it through to the end. Then I learned that more people were interested in what it was I had to say. More people of value and worth. Billionaires were now interested in what I had to say. Millionaires. Everyone was listening when I had something to say. Because, guys, it's a mystery. You can't see integrity. You can only feel it, right? You can't see love, you can only feel love, right? But what happens is, believe it or not, integrity opens major doors for you that your sly ways will never, ever, 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 ever be able to seek out. Integrity will open major ears for you. Big people that you would just say, oh, no way this guy's going to listen to me. All of a sudden, you're sitting in a room with that person. Study the story of Daniel. What got him so far? Was it because he was slick? Study the story of Joseph. What got him so far? Was it because he was slick? No, it was their integrity that got them where they were. And now, they didn't say that they didn't go through things. And most people would say, man, could I just skip through all the hell that Joseph went through so I can get to the good stuff? Daniel thrown in the lion's den. Can I skip through that part so I can get on to the good stuff? No, that's not how it works. And I get tired of watching people chase around good. That's what you're doing. When you're moving from thing to thing to thing, you're just chasing every piece of good, never sitting still and learning your actual lesson. It's okay to learn that lesson. Big bruh's here. Big bruh's going to be here. My hand's going to be here. My heart's going to be here. My prayers are going to be here. My faith is going to be here to see you through. But you got to get through that part of your process, because I can't go through that like a newborn babe, like I haven't been through my part of that process. Nobody sits down and asks Brian, hey, what kind of hell did you go through? No one cares, okay? But I'm here, and I'm going to be here until we're sipping soup through a straw, if God provides that for me in this life. Otherwise, I'm going to get the richness and fulfillment of knowing that I gave you every hour, every millisecond, every moment of my time, that I gave you the best that I had. God bless. Let's go find your 5 people, guys. You got to find your core. That's what's missing. You just don't have a core. It's not that you didn't talk to 1 or 2 people. No, determine in yourself, commit, and say, I'm going to be here for a long time. So if I'm going to be here for a long time, who am I going to develop relationships with? No, I'm not a part of your core. I'm your mentor. That's what I'm here for, right? I'm talking find your core, right? And that way, anything that you do, you find 5 to 7 people. And I promise you, generals, okay? You hear me, generals. Go find leaders that agree to be with you. We're your covering. Diamond VIP is your covering. We're not your generals. Go find your generals, and I promise you, you'll thank me for the rest of your lives. God bless.